warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Perkenalkan, saya Dr. Wode Sarasmita UK SPD MPD. Saya merupakan dosen tetap jurusan Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Haluoleo. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya akan menyampaikan mata kuliah yang saya ampuh yang sesuai dengan bidang keahlian saya, dan akan saya sampaikan pada video pembelajaran ini sebagai salah satu syarat untuk mengikuti sertifikasi dosen PDD UKT-PT 2026, yaitu mata kuliah Basic Grammar. Mata kuliah ini ditujukan untuk mahasiswa jurusan Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris semester 1. Kode mata kuliah AMY 61016 dengan bobot 3 SKS. Mata kuliah ini diselenggarakan dengan 16 kali pertemuan tatap muka dengan rincian 14 kali pertemuan materi dan 2 kali pertemuan ujian tengah semester dan ujian akhir semester. Mata kuliah ini merupakan mata kuliah wajib yang dirancang untuk memberikan pemahaman dasar tentang part of speech bahasa Inggris, termasuk noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, dan conjunction. Mahasiswa akan mempelajari berbagai tenses seperti simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense, present perfect tense, dan present continuous tense untuk dapat mengungkapkan berbagai makna waktu dan keadaan. Pada akhir mata kuliah, melalui pembelajaran teori dan praktik, mahasiswa diharapkan dapat menggunakan struktur bahasa yang tepat dalam penulisan dan komunikasi lisan, serta mengembangkan keterampilan bahasa Inggris mereka secara keseluruhan. Adapun CPL jurusan, CPL 1 sebagai akademisi menunjukkan sikap yang menjunjung tinggi nilai, norma, dan etika akademik. CPL 3 mampu menerapkan pemikiran logis, kritis, sistematis, dan inovatif dalam pengembangan atau implementasi ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi yang memperhatikan dan menerapkan nilai humaniora yang sesuai dengan bidang keahliannya. CPL 11 mampu menunjukkan keterampilan berbahasa Inggris lisan dan tulisan yang setara dengan level B1 versi CEFR atau Common European Framework or Reference, dan atau setara dengan nilai TOEFL 437 sampai 473. CPL 13 mampu menerapkan pemikiran logis, kritis, sistematis, dan inovatif dalam pengembangan atau implementasi ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi yang memperhatikan dan menerapkan nilai humaniora yang sesuai dengan bidang keahliannya. Adapun capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah atau CPMK, CPMK 1, mahasiswa mengaplikasikan sikap yang menjunjung tinggi nilai, norma, dan etika akademik. CPMK 3, mahasiswa menganalisis jenis-jenis tenses. CPMK 4, mahasiswa merevisi dan mengedit teks dengan fokus pada kesesuaian penggunaan tenses. Kemudian, kemampuan akhir tahapan belajar atau sub-CPMK. Sub-CPMK 7, mahasiswa mampu menganalisis kalimat menggunakan simple present tense dan past tense. 3 komponen proses pembelajaran yang saya gunakan. Yang pertama adalah delivery, interaction, and assessment. Untuk delivery, saya memberikan materi serta RPS yang dapat diunduh langsung oleh mahasiswa lewat Google Classroom, serta presentasi interaktif yang secara langsung dilakukan dengan tatap muka untuk mendukung pemahaman mahasiswa. Materi yang saya sampaikan didukung oleh beberapa media pembelajaran berupa materi PowerPoint, kuis interaktif, quizzes, atau workbook, dan juga Mentimeter sebagai media pendukung. Mata kuliah ini menggunakan komunikasi 2 arah antara dosen dan mahasiswa, berupa diskusi, tanya jawab, kolaborasi, presentasi, serta refleksi bersama. Asesmen atau sistem penilaian yang saya lakukan pada mata kuliah ini mencakup asesmen formatif untuk menilai proses yang dilakukan melalui kuis, tugas proyek individu, dan kelompok, serta penilaian sikap dan keterampilan sesuai RPS. Selanjutnya, asesmen sumatif untuk penilaian akhir berupa UTS dan UAS. Model pembelajaran yang digunakan dalam mata kuliah ini menggunakan project-based learning dengan metode presentasi kelompok interaktif serta kolaborasi kelompok. Referensi yang digunakan mata kuliah ini ada berupa karya saya sendiri, bersama tim teaching, dan berupa buku referensi karya ahli lainnya mengenai grammar, serta kolaborasi artikel yang terilis jurnal nasional bereputasi yang merupakan karya saya bersama tim teaching yang mengikuti perkembangan ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi. Berikut ini adalah video pembelajaran mata kuliah Basic Grammar pertemuan ke-9. Mari kita saksikan bersama. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, students.
Good morning.
How are you today? Okay, thank you so much for coming today. So before we start the class, let's us pray together. Okay, finish. Next, before I move to the material today, I will call your name one by one. Yeah, I will check your attendance list. Nabila, Mustaqim,
Yes, ma'am.
Dinda. Okay, all of you are coming today. Yeah. So today our teaching material is about simple present tense. Did you still remember about our previous meeting? Did you remember? Part of speech. Okay, part of speech. Maybe some of you can mention what are the types of part of speech itself? Any one of you? Yes, please. Noun, good. Noun, verb, yeah, verb, and then adjective, adverb, and then conjunction, and preposition. That's good. Well, as you know, the previous meeting is very important. In order, when you want to create the simple present tense, especially for the example, we need to master in in part of speech first. Now about simple present tense, this is the 9th meeting. As you know, this is the 9th meeting. You can see after the previous teacher, the previous lecture. So now I continue for the 9th meeting. Next, the learning objective. We have 2 learning objectives today. The first one is to analyze the simple present, and then the second one, we try to make the sentence. And then, for the target today, we will try to make descriptive text about local tourism and leisures. But remember, it is for the project in the group. Okay, before we going to the next part, I want you to scan the barcode. Yeah, please answer the first one, the first question in here. Write one English verb that you often use in your daily life. Maybe for example, eat, study, work, sleep, or eat. Ooh. Okay, thank you for the response. Next. According to you, which sentence is correct? Okay, according to you, which one is correct?
C. ma'am.
Yeah, the best answer is C. Yeah, habits and general facts. It's okay. Later I will tell you about it more. Next, the last question. Choose the correct negative sentence here. According to you, which one is the correct answer? Okay, he does not like coffee. Any else? There is one student choose B. He does not like coffee. So the best answer is
C.
Yeah, C. Okay. That's the end. Next. Well, after getting your answer, I'm sure that some of you still confused about the use of simple present tense itself. Now, in this slide, you can see there are 3 functions of simple present tense itself. The first one is to show an habit. Ya, habit ini or I call it habitual action. For the example, I eat dinner at 7 p.m. every day. Okay. May I ask you what time do you usually eat every day? Eat dinner. What time do you usually eat dinner?
Maybe 8.
8 p.m. Okay. Can you repeat after me? I usually eat dinner.
I usually eat dinner at 8.
p.m. Okay, that's good. Repeat once more, please.
I usually eat dinner at 8 p.m.
Okay, I usually eat dinner at 8 p.m. Okay, repeat once more, please.
I usually eat dinner at 8
p.m.
p.m.
Okay, I usually eat dinner at 8 p.m. No eats. Okay? Okay. Next, how about Mustaqim? What time do you usually eat dinner every day?
It's 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay, it's 9 p.m. Okay, thank you. Next, about regular action. Here, regular action. It means that activity schedule are occurring on a requiring basis. Ya, jadi contohnya di sini you can see some. There are 3 example here. He plays football every weekend. He plays football every weekend, and then we study English on Thursday, gitu ya. We study English on Thursday. Yes. Okay, and then the other function, general truth. The general truth here tell about facts and reality. For example, the president of Indonesia is Prabowo. Okay. The other example, what is your job? What is your job? You are?
Student.
Yeah, I am a
Student.
Yeah, I am a student. Okay. And then the other one is the cat has 4 legs. This is the fact. Okay. Thank you. Next, so this is the formula of simple present tense itself for the positive, negative, and interrogative sentence. Remember, in English, we have nominal sentence and verbal sentence. Yeah, in verbal sentence here, for the example, you can see I use he as the subject, and then the verb is plays. Before I move, I have to remember you that for the subject in English, do you still remember? There is he, she, and it for the singular. Sometimes also we can put I in singular. But the use of I, we do not use s or es in the verb. Okay, and then the plural, subject plural, we, you, and they. Okay, good. For the positive sentence, yeah, if the subject is he, she, or it, the verb should add s or es. We use verb 1. Remember, we use verb 1. And then for the negative sentence here, you can see we use does. Yeah? For negative sentence, we use does if the subject is singular. And then remember, the verb, pure back to the basic. He does not play. We do not need add s or es anymore. For the negative sentence and interrogative sentence. For example, does he play? Yeah. So for the answer, it can be yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. Okay, that's good. Okay, for the plural, you can see here for the example, for the positive sentence, they play. Remember, I use plural, they play. And then for the negative sentence and interrogative sentence, we use apa? What we use? What do we use?
No.
We use do, ya kan? Okay, they do not play, and then you can also write they don't play. And then for the interrogative sentence, do they play? Okay, do they play? So the answer?
Yes.
Yes, they do. How about negative? No? They? No, they? No, they don't. No, they don't. Ingat, remember. Yeah. Okay, next. Thank you. Next, for the formula nominal sentence in here, we use to be. Remember, we use to be to link the subject and the complement. Yeah, we use to be for the complement. Okay, for the subject am, it refers to I. I am. I am a teacher. You are a student, right? That's the example of simple present tense. Remember the fact. Okay. Okay. That's about the formula and the use of simple present tense in the sentence. Any question from you? Yeah. Okay, Madeline.
I'm still confused about when do we use the S and ES in the verb of simple present tense.
Okay, thank you for wonderful question actually. Yeah, is there any one of you can help me to answer the question from Madeline? Oh yeah, okay, please.
Okay, we add S and ES when the subject is singular, like she, he, it. That's all.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Nice. Any other else, please? Want to give additional comment?
I think when we use S and ES is when the sentence like or the verb end with some words like Y or consonant. Like for example in study, so when we use it in singular like she, it's become she studies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for the answer. Yeah, I can conclude that some of you still, some of you have given the answer correct, but I want to give additional answer. Yeah. Based on the answer from Apsar in here, we can see if the subject is she, he, it, so the verb needs to add S or ES. Remember again, if the verb is ending with this one, SH, CH, double S, O, or X, we add ES to the verb. For example, here, teach, it becomes she teaches, right? Wash become washes. Yeah, she washes. For the simple example, go. She goes. Yeah, she goes to school, for example. And then the answer from Edna, this here, in here you can see if the verb ending with Y, and then the first the comment Y in here before is there is consonant, carry, R is consonant, so we should change the Y become E, become I first, and then we add ES, okay, carries. And then for the other example like pay, do you know pay? Yeah. We pay. Pay before Y there is vowel. Yeah. Okay. We do not need to add. We do not need to change Y become I. Directly you just add S. Pays. Okay. Pays. Okay. Next. Okay. This is the example of descriptive paragraph. Yeah. You can see here the use of simple present tense to describe a place, Pantai Kuta. For the first one is general true. Pantai Kuta is one of Bali's most famous dishes. And then for the regular action, you can see tourists from around the world visit this beach to surf, relax, and enjoy. Yeah, that's the regular action that happened in Pantai Kuta. And then for the other general truth, in here you can see Local shops, restaurants, and hotels surround the beach, making it a lively spot filled with activities for all ages. Okay? That's the other example. Next, you can see here. What do you think about this picture? Okay, now I want one of you look at the picture carefully. Describe the picture only. Give me 2 sentences. Maybe you can mention the wood, color, and what you can see from the picture. Okay. What you can see? It is Sinonggi. Yeah, that's true. It is Sinonggi. Okay. Is there anyone of you can make only 2 sentences? Okay. Yeah, please.
The food name is Sinonggi.
Betul, that's true. The first name is
Sinonggi.
okay. Next.
The broth looks spicy.
Okay, that's good. Okay, give applause for Dinda. Okay, next. Okay, now this is important part. We make a group. Yeah, just sit in with your group in here. There are some text here. You have to analyze. You can see here what the instruction you can read. The first one, you have to read the description, descriptive text. I will give you one by one. Okay, time's up. Now, I want to ask you, which group will be the first presentation? Okay, please, stand up, please. And the other, please pay attention.
Okay, thanks ma'am for
Yeah?
the first one, the incorrect sentence. You can see, guys, it live in the forest of Sulawesi. That is incorrect. So the correct one is it lives in the forest of Sulawesi because it requires a verb, so it equals S. Then the second one, an adult Anoa have a short and strong body. The correct one is an adult Anoa has a short and strong body.
Okay, thank you so much. Give applause for the first group. And then the second group, please. Who wants to give? Okay, the other one, please. Maybe this one. Okay, please stand up.
So the first incorrect sentence is, it has light and modern design. It should be, it has light and modern design. Because it uses has, not have. And the second incorrect sentence is, the screen displays clear and bright images. And it should be, the screen displays clear and bright images. Because a singular subject requires verb plus S. And the third one is, I usually uses it to study.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Give applause for. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the group presentation. Next, the evaluation. Okay, now for the evaluation part here, I need your smartphone. You have to use your smartphone to answer some question here. Okay, please scan the barcode for the evaluation. Yeah, don't forget to write your full name. Okay, now I start the game. Pay attention with the correct the time. Hurry up. Read it careful. Okay. That's the end of the quizzes. So let's check who will be the third rank. Okay, the third rank is Mustaqim, Adinda, and the first one is Laude Jamaluddin. Alright. Well done. Okay, next. For the evaluation, we have already done. Now we start for the assignment. Yeah, remember the assignment. It is project that you will make with your group. So the project writing descriptive text based on local wisdom in Kendari especially. Pay attention with the stages. Yeah, the deadline is next Friday. So in your group, there are some parts of project-based learning. The first one is start from today. You make a group and then design plan with your group to choose topic, whether you can choose describe person, thing, or place. You can choose which one do you want to use. And then you can create the schedule. It's very important in a group, you create a schedule in order your friend can come together in a cafe, coffee shop maybe, or in your home. Yeah? Okay. And then the second one is project execution. In here, from maybe you can meet your friends over, and then you remember, if you want to use descriptive text, if you want to create descriptive text in the writing process, remember in writing process we have some stages: planning, drafting, revising, and editing. And then I will monitor and control your writing. Yeah, remember this the date. Send your writing send your descriptive paragraph at our Google Classroom. Yeah, the deadline is 30 July in the morning. In order you can get my feedback and your friends' feedback about your descriptive text. Later, you check my feedback and your friends. And then, assess the outcomes and evaluate the experience at 31st July. Yeah? Okay, that's it. Any questions so far? No? Okay, next. We start from the reflection today. So, this is for the reflection. I need, again, you to scan the barcode. Now, how confident do you feel using the present tense? Yeah, 7 students answer very confident, and then a little confident. 5 students mostly confident, not yet confident. Only 1 student that feel not yet confident. It's okay. Later I will give you some references that you can learn at home. Okay, next, what part of the present tense still need practice? According to you, what part? Okay, the using S or ES, the negative sentence. Still confused with the negative sentence? Okay, the last question here. What was your response for my class today? Maybe you can use 1 word only. Okay, please answer. What was your response my class today? Okay, the answer is wow, fun, confident, grateful, happy, so fun, amazing. Thank you so much for your response. Okay, next, yeah. Because there are some of you still confident about the simple present tense. There are some references here you can choose. Maybe you can use my first book with my team, teaching about a textbook for understanding English grammar focused on part of speech. And the other one maybe from Lou Roby, TOEFL preparation. Okay? It can help you get more understanding about simple present tense stuff and the other tenses. Well, I think enough for today. Thank you so much for your participation. And then have a nice day. See you next week.
Thank you.